Sometimes all you need before bed is something wholesome and sweet instead of something loud and chaotic. So today I'm going to recommend to you folks 10 sweet and wholesome romance anime that'll make you feel like a fluffy cloud drifting in the sky. Let's go! I know it's weird to start a wholesome anime video about an anime about artificial intelligence, but not even AI is a Terminator. Takuma Kosugi is just your normal office worker dealing with a messy life and a home that's more chaos than comfort. Then he buys Mina, a second-hand robot, to help out. One night after a few drinks, Takuma jokes that Mina should be his wife, and she actually takes it seriously. Now, my man Takuma has got an AI waifu.
Mina-chan.
はい。
目怖い。閉じて。
かしこまりました。
This anime really captures the awkward but sweet feeling of getting close to someone totally different. Takuma has some past heartbreak, which makes his slow-growing bond with Mina way more interesting than I expected. I know Mina is a robot, but her glitches turn into emotions feel surprisingly human, and that's pretty much what makes this anime fun to watch.
もう、だって絵のことなんてわかんないんだもん。絵が上手な先輩にやってほしいな。これ、甘えもちゃんです。
Nope, we don't have a harem. We have one best girl trying to be a harem herself. Eiji Kitahama dreams of having a harem, but instead of a bunch of girlfriends, he ends up with Rin Nenakura, a junior in the drama club who practically performs a one-woman show. Rin switches between different personalities, creating her own little harem right in front of Eiji, but little by little, Eiji starts to realize this is more than an act.
私が鳴らしてあげてもいいけど、先輩に番号知られちゃうしな。
ふざけてないで助けてくれよ。
This show flips the usual harem script. Instead of many girls and the same old harem story, here we have one girl with many personalities and a surprisingly clear path to fall for each other. Watching Rin change roles is like watching Marin Kitagawa trying new cosplays. It adds enough variety to keep the show going. Now that I think about it, Rin pretty much carried the show. If you want a love story that actually moves ahead and makes you smile without all that awkward fan service, this is your pick.
カーナーって可愛い名前があるからさ、読んであげんとね。沖縄では同じ名字が多いから名前で呼ばないと変だよ。
Teraki Nakamura moves to Tokyo to the lively Okinawa island and instantly starts liking his energetic classmate Hina Kyan. But there's a tricky part. Her thick local dialect sounds like a secret code he just can't figure out. Thankfully, her best friend Kana acts as his language guide, but she's secretly crushing on Teru too. Now we've got a love triangle inside the Okinawan culture.
ああ、比嘉さんの加盟攻撃は遅れてきたね。
What really hooked me was how the show shows Okinawan culture through everyday stuff without making it obvious. The way they struggle to understand each other's language feels believable, like you're stuck in the middle of a goofy young love and some confusing slang. Plus, watching all three awkwardly handle their feelings is both cute and funny.
石森優香、高校1年生、春。呪いがほどける。そのレモンソーダで。
Let's move on to some shoujo, because if any anime niche has mastered wholesomeness, it's this kind of anime. Yuka Ishimori wants to forget her awkward middle school years. People call her Rocky and thought she was unfriendly, so she spent a lot of time hiding in the background. Now as a high school freshman, she's ready to start fresh. When her quiet classmate Kai Miura accidentally spills lemon soda all over her and befriends her, she's forced to open up instead of hiding in her shell.
誰かに言えよ。助けてって。
誰？
Watching Honey Lemon Soda feels like getting a cozy hug in shoujo anime form. Like I said, there are a lot of wholesome shoujo anime, but this one also gives our main girl some development, which is what makes it so interesting. The story is simple, but still pulls you in because the characters act just like real teens, nervous and trying to figure things out. There's drama, but it's never overloaded, so this is one perfect and wholesome shoujo anime.
おぎろ大変だ体が若返って
ちさま
Chozo and Ine have been married for almost 60 years, living quietly with their apple orchard and close family. But one night, a golden apple falls from their wedding tree after a storm, and suddenly, they wake up young again. Now they're back in their teenage bodies, trying out new things like sports festivals and video games, and rediscovering the excitement they had when they first met.
貧さんばかりだべ。
じい様はわしだけ見てればいいべ。
I always love when romance anime tests new concepts, and I love them more when they execute that concept really well. What makes this anime special isn't just the fun idea. It's how it shows the couple's connection without needing lots of talking. And rather than watching a POV of high schoolers, it's nice to see the POV of a grandma and grandpa. The hourglass symbol's smart too. It's a neat way to show how time keeps moving and changes us. Plus, it's a good reminder that life goes on, so maybe you should call your grandma and have some fun with her.
大丈夫？
どうしよう。肌水出た。
なんだこれ。
Tsubasa Shiki leaves the noisy streets of Tokyo and heads to the snowy lands of Hokkaido, but the cold hits him way harder than he thought. Frozen and lost, he runs into Minami Fuyuki, a fearless local who somehow pulls off wearing a short skirt in freezing weather. Then he finds out she's in his class and sits right next to him. Soon he's attracted to Shiki and finds love in Hokkaido.
てかこれの匂い、うちと翼のが混ざっちゃったね。
まだこの人狙っていってるでしょ。
If you remove the whole Hokkaido setting, this might look like another generic rom-com, but that's what you bring in the gals. Seriously, all the girls here have this cute, bubbly personality you can't help but fall in love with. The characters bounce off each other in a way that shows they really get along, and the story stays fun without getting boring. And if you are a fan service enjoyer, then you've got some of that here too.
本当は借り人の福田。可愛い子だったんで岩田を思いついちゃって。 隠す必要もないんだけど。
Sei Iwata has never been the usual cute girl. She's tall and strong, always protecting her fragile childhood friend and crush, Koyuki Kameshiro. But when they grow up, Koiki turns into a confident, popular guy, making Sei feel like they're slowly drifting apart. When they meet again in high school and end up in the same class, Sei's old feelings come back. But now she notices there's tons of girls having a crush on Koyuki.
私重いし。
大丈夫だって。いつもサッカー部のやつら乗せてるし。 うまいんだよ俺。
Like I said, shoujo anime nails wholesomeness really well, but what I liked more than anything is how this anime feels down to earth and honest. The mix-ups between Sei and Koyuki don't get boring. They actually help them understand each other better, making their relationship feel earned. And you gotta praise the art style. I mean, come on, look at it. Doesn't it give you that sweet, dreamy feel? If you like sweet, steady romances with some real-life awkward moments, this is a good one.
いやこの話おもろいか。
美味しかった。
Miyu Suzuki is a lively high school girl who's always full of energy, while Yusuke Tani is the quiet guy who doesn't care about fitting in with any group. Every day, Suzuki fires off tons of random questions, and Tani responds with straight-up no-nonsense answers. But the problem is how Miyu has a crush on him and doesn't know how to express it. After a mix-up, Suzuki finally tells Tani she likes him, and he surprises her by saying he feels the same.
谷君って家どっち方面？
校門出て右。
同じ。
If you like romance anime without crazy drama or worn-out storylines, this one's pretty cool. I know I say that a lot, but here the couple pretty much confess to each other in the first episode, which automatically pushed this very high in my rankings. I'm not saying the couple being lovers in the first episode's a must, but it's nice to see romance anime making two characters date without throwing tons of drama down your throat. Yes, I'm looking at you, Rent-A-Girlfriend.
バイク、びっくりした。 Yuki Itose is a university student who can't hear well, so her world is mostly quiet and pretty small. Her routine's simple: going to campus, hanging out with her best friend Rin, and using writing to talk to people. Everything changes when she meets Itsumi Nagi, a traveler who knows a lot about languages and is also Rin's friend. Itsumi doesn't make a big deal about Yuki's deafness, so the two slowly start to fall in love. 腕に雪積もり始めて。今思っていることが侵食して
伝わってしまわないかな。
This anime is super cozy and lighthearted without dragging in crazy drama. Yuki and Itsumi's relationship grows because of how each of them has this silent mutual understanding. It shows how two very different people can bring out the best in each other. Instead of confusing fights, they spend their time really trying to understand one another and get better together. Plus, the animation makes these wholesome, simple scenes feel bright and friendly. Once again, if you want wholesomeness, shoujo anime's king, or queen in this case.
藤宮さん、私に何かご用で。
俺が彼女椎名真秀と話したのはこの時が初めてだった。
Ah, come on. The name itself is wholesome. Mahiro Shida, nicknamed Angel for her gorgeous looks and amazing skills, lives right next to Amane Fujimiya. But they've never actually talked until one rainy day when Amane shares his umbrella. When Amane catches a cold, Mahiro comes out to help him and realizes his life is a mess. So she decides to help him out by becoming his perfect wife.
これは私の自己満足というか、あまりにもあなたがろくな生活をしていないのが見えて気になっただけです。
I don't think I need to talk about how wholesome the show is. It's super sweet and super wholesome, and Mahiro is like the personification of wholesomeness itself. But what actually sets this apart is how our protagonist actually has a backbone, and how Mahiro acts 100 times better than your average screaming tsundere. I know people like tsunderes, but sometimes all we want is some peace and quiet in our lives.